Hey, Jim Craddock here. It is let's see, Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday, October 10th, 2023. And this is my update. Uh I did my pre-check-in for my rheumatology visit next week. Uh and basically I said, you that everything hurts. I mean, it's not exactly what I said. What I said was, I have pain when if you apply pressure. I have pain on movement. I have pain when I'm struck, uh, like if I hit my arm on anything, and that it has spread from this shoulder to this shoulder and in both my pecs. And if I tense my muscles in any other area, I have lasting pain. Uh, and I was noticing that there's some pains that I've just kind of ignored that I've just I probably haven't treated as important as they are, and that's like my leg pain. My legs hurt all the time, but I just kind of ignore it, and they just ache, uh, you know, uh, and and it's just not great. Just now I was in the other room and I just tried to take my arm and reach up here to the side, just sideways, basically rotate my arm with my hand out, and had just tremendous pain in my shoulder, and it just lingers. And it's gotten to the point where I'm really depressed, and I've within the last, I would say, 2 weeks, it's gotten bad enough to where there's a lot of things that I either don't want to do or I can't do. And one of those is holding my wife, and it makes it really hard on the relationship when you can't hold someone. Uh, and I want to talk about is lying next to her at night. I can't wrap my arm around her without having a lot of pain. And we've always been a couple where every night I would wrap my arm around her. So it's a big deal. And I know that she feels uh, less loved. And that's not fair, because she's more loved than she could imagine. Uh, haven't been working very hard. Uh, I just can't focus, because I realize what's going on, and it's it's really depressing, and so you can't focus when you're when you're that depressed. I mean, I've had a year and a half of a lot of shit, but you know, I was able to push through a lot of it because the worst parts of it were always brief, and maybe a week or two of something that was really bad, and then I would have some periods of of normalcy, and I could, as long as I didn't push myself or anything, I didn't experience anything bad. And this has just been kind of downhill continuously since uh July, the first week of July. And I won't say it's just been straight downhill. It's been more kind of like down and then kind of level off, and maybe a little better and then down, and then so it but the thing is that it's been the same stuff for July, August, September, and now into October, for so 3.5 months now, of the same stuff. And I haven't had that throughout the last year and a half. I haven't had 3.5 months of the same stuff. I would have some bad stuff, and then that would change, and it would stop, and then some other bad stuff would start, and so that's just yet another depressing thing about this, because it makes me realize that, hey, I think this is the this is the it, the final set of stuff, I guess is the way you would look at it. So this is the final set of uh, uh, symptoms, and they're just going to get worse and worse, and maybe add to the pile with other things, but that these symptoms are definitely not going away like the other things have, as that system or whatever was overcome. So it's really depressing, and I do the best I can, and I just want my family to know that I'm persevering, and it's so important for me to see the next day, and I want to see so much, and to realize that there's so much you're going to miss, and so much you're not going to see, um, and so much you're not going to get to do. Grandkids you will never meet, places you'll never get to go, times that you will never get to have, holidays with families and vacations and fun and interesting stories, and that it's all coming to an end. It's really difficult. I've known since that very first day of January 17th that, hey, this is the beginning of the end, and now I think I'm getting to the end of the end, and it's just really difficult. Yeah, so that's my summary, and that's my update. I have a condition called terminal onset diabetes insipidus with candidiasis major. I'm quite confident in that. The condition itself has been redacted from medical literature and or reclassified under a different disease code, such that basically it's been hidden from the medical world. So, as a result, physicians won't know what to do with, and they don't know what to do with my set of conditions and symptoms and stuff like that. And it's been a struggle, and I've actually stayed away from doctors for most of the severe events that have taken place over the last year and a half. So it's, I don't know. It's just a difficult thing. Even in the article that I read, it said that, this person would give up on medicine because they would be labeled a hypochondriac. And so I've tried to stay away from medicine as much as possible. And to just pursue what I thought was the highest possible solutions, and not to freak out and go to the emergency room, and when all these bad different things have occurred. And there's been so many different things that would have driven the normal person to the emergency room, and they wouldn't have found anything. So I'm glad I stayed out of the emergency room. I've only been in the emergency room once, and that's because my larynx was swollen up so much that I couldn't swallow, which was verified. So I think that I've done well. And yeah, so please share my story. I have a little bit of humor for you today with the pumpkins and the jack-o'-lanterns. It is closing in on Halloween. I have a couple of inflatables in my yard if they withstand the 30 to 40 mile an hour winds over the next couple of days. And I'm just giving updates, and we'll see where things go. I know I haven't been keeping up with updates. It's been depressing enough that it's kind of like, well, I don't know exactly what I can say. Things have only gotten worse. So, yeah. Anyway, that's about it, I guess. Till next time.